Now, Aaron Judge. Aaron, congratulations, man. Hank Aaron Award. It's your first time winning it. So congrats.
Harold, thank you very much. This is it's an honor getting voted for this award. All the Hall of Famers, fans that voted. This is definitely an incredible honor. Getting a chance to honor Hank and be a part of the wonderful list of guys that have won this award, man. It's something special. So, thanks for having me on here and and thank you.
So, did you ever come across Hank while he was alive? You spent some time with him at all?
I didn't. I got a chance to meet Billy, his wife, and I got a chance to walk her out during the All-Star game in 2021 with Freddie Freeman, which is something special. Something I definitely will never forget. So that was as close as I've gotten. But she was a wonderful woman, very gracious, and that was definitely an honor for me getting a chance to do that.
I spoke to her during your chase for 62. She was like on the edge of her seat, man, just pulling for you. I think the whole country was. I want to personally thank you as a baseball fan for the season. It was so great for our sport and the way you carried yourself through that. So that's just a personal thank you. I want to ask you about that, though. 62, bro. Wow. That was an amazing year. When did you start thinking about that number?
Harold, it's tough to say because, throughout the whole process, throughout the whole season, man, when you're playing every single day, I'm just locked in on what I got to do today. So I show up to the field, prepare, get ready for the game. And, no matter what happens, once the game's over with, I got to flush it and move on and get ready for the next one. So it really didn't start to hit me until, we kind of started creeping up into the high 50s, later in the season that, this is something that we'll be able to do. But I think one thing that helped me, eventually reach it was just having my teammates around me that constantly pushed me, just to take it one day at a time. I never tried to get, focused on hitting home runs, doing stuff like that. I just tried to focus on, hey, how can I help the team win? And, home runs will come. If I go out there and do my job, the home runs will come. But it was definitely pretty wild and a little surreal, being at, Yankee Stadium. You got the whole stadium on their feet. All of a sudden, right before the pitch is thrown, man, it's silence. That was a little different for me. So but it was a great experience, man. I was glad I was able to share that with my teammates and Yankee fans and baseball fans all around the world.
Man, you had me pulling out my iPhone. I'm sitting in the camera well, like taking selfies. Oh, Aaron's behind me. It was a great run. The other thing about that season, though, you're chasing the Triple Crown. So the question for me is you're chasing 62, and you're trying to hit home runs, but yet you're still trying to carry that average. How difficult was that to manage both?
For me, the home runs just come. If I have a good approach, the home runs are going to come. So for me, it was about, trying to get on base and drive guys in and get hits. So, that Triple Crown, that was kind of the forefront for me, because I felt like if I can get 4 or 5 hits a game, it's going to help our team win, So it was a challenge, but, I had fun throughout the whole thing. We were, leading our division, clinched our division. And then the last couple of games was just about kind of, getting ourselves in the right position for the postseason. So it was a fun chase down the stretch. I was facing some tough competition there with the batting title, but we had some fun with it, man. I enjoyed every single day.
So was it agonizing, though? You look over, there's your mom, there's Roger Maris, there's your dad. You got the family that traveling with you constantly. I would think after, like, when you got to 59 and everybody's following you, did the weight of that, you think of that at all or no?
There was more weight for me on, I wanted to knock this out, for my teammates, my family. Like you said, I had everybody showing up. I had family flying in. I had friends flying in for it. So I really wasn't worried about, trying to do it for myself. I was like, man, I got a lot of people that came here to watch this. I better get this done, So that was kind of the only thing that really weighed on me is I just wanted to, to share this experience with, not only my teammates and family, but, also, Yankee fans, kind of fans, at all the different ballparks we went to. So I was, glad to finally get it done there. It took me all the way to the last day, but it was it was a fun experience, all the way down the stretch.
Well, I think you're the first Hank Aaron Award winner that's actually sitting as a free agent. And you and I discussed in May, everybody made a big deal about he's betting on himself. And you and I discussed, hey, you just go out and play, you'll be fine. So looking back at May and through the season, when you made that decision to just go ahead and play, we're not going to sign a contract, Obviously, it worked out as from a number standpoint. But what was that like for you going through that now looking back?
And Harold, it was, it was tough in the beginning. Definitely in April when I think the first couple of weeks, I think it took me 2 weeks to get my first home run, 2 or 3 weeks to get my first home run. So there's a little doubt that creeps into your mind about it, and you kind of sitting there in the outfield, kind of kicking yourself like, man, I should have. Maybe we should have taken that deal. But after a couple of weeks, and then just kind of talk with my teammates, talk with my family, and say, hey, just clear all that, go out there and play, and just be yourself, and everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to, man. It's all out of your hands. It's out of your control. Just have the faith to go out there and play your game. And I always go back to this, man. But my teammates, man, those were the guys that ride or die with me the whole season. Those are the guys that really push me day in and day out to go out there and be my best, man. So I definitely wouldn't have been in this position or had the season I did if it wasn't for those guys.
All right, big man. Congratulations on the Hank Aaron. Well-deserved, amazing season. And once again, for every baseball fan out there, thank you for the way you carried yourself this year and the excitement you brought all of us.
Well, I appreciate it, Harold. Always good talking to you. And once again, thank you, everybody that voted. And it was a fun year.